Okay, we have the red man of the west player Avi versus the blue goblin player Ictilion. It's a swapped faction, but again, keep in mind that random is not revealed in this game. And for that reason, the man player is using the manwood to discover the enemy's faction, okay? That's a huge thing for the early game, right? That you don't know the race of your opponent, and you need to pick revealing abilities like cave beds, vision of Palantir, human wood, I don't know, farsight, then you want to see the enemy faction, which is important, depending, you know. What's up, Smokey? Goblins are not bad. Let's see if it's about the goblins or if it's about the player. 2 farms, paradise opening. It looks weird though, because look in the minimap you see the Alvin wood, but because it's placed on the fortress floors, it looks still dark. You see only this yellow trees around the fortress, but you know, it's still looking dark. So we have a goblin cave, 2 tunnels, 3 tunnels. And tower guards will be recruited. And again, what I like about this is like the rewarding system for keeping your units alive. You actually gain like a beneficial thing, like a movement speed, for example, which is very good for like slow moving units, right? And because the man player used the human wood.
We guard the White Tower.
We guard the White Tower. Look at this sexy sword, pikeman, boys. Look at this design. Can you imagine this game is made? Like, this is legit what Reforged is doing. And everybody's like, yeah, let's go, Reforged is so cool. They are making crazy animations. That this is legit the same quality. Trust me on that one. It's legit the thing. That's all they are doing. And BFME 2 already did this. So when it's only about the graphics, BFME 2 is your game. Alright, goblins are coming. But I think they can't win this 1v1 situation against those tower guards. And barracks, now archer range is coming up next. So basically, use your swordmen to attack and your archers to defend. But who's gonna steal the money? I wanna see this. Look, he doesn't wanna go for a 50-50, but I think it's gonna be 50-50 anyway. Okay, goblins got the last hit. Okay, so 2 parts went for Avi, but 1 part went for Ictilion, and he was also able to get the last hit on the rubble. And that's why they got level 2, and the tower guards couldn't get level 2. Alright. What is the plan? You can't creep this with the goblins, I think. I don't think it's possible. So far, no economical damage dealt to any player. But there is Gollum, and he has, of course, 9,000 HP. I think they nerfed him. I think he had like more HP than 9,000. He had like 15,000. But again, we are on the beta 59 now. And we don't really know, because I have not read in the changelog, what is different. So protection here, that's good. Body blocking. The soldier will be getting killed, but he's able to kill plenty of goblin archers. That's why you should never melee fight this. And will he be able to steal the money again? Let's see. Again, a 50-50 situation. Tawaga, just go for the rubble. Okay, they're gonna both go for the rubble. Tower guards were able to get the last hit. And this time he got all the money. Good micro. But also lucky dropping. You don't know, right? It's RNG. So you don't know. Get right. You don't know where the money is gonna drop at. Oh, beautiful. Oh, the builder. No. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Nice. Okay, he's fine. He's fine. The builder is fast. But man is playing this very good, actually. You know, creeping early game, getting more stuff done, and controlling the map, controlling the pathways, making sure that the goblins can't get any tunnels to the enemy base. And he's always body blocking too. He's always at the right spot at the right time. Look, you see, the second they are coming to this location, he's using Bombard, which gives you the chance to shoot over the building. Very smart, and it's also needed micro in this game, because otherwise you need to walk all the way around, you know? I like the way that Gollum is just watching, you know? Just watching what's happening. Nobody wants to kill him because they know it's unkillable, you know? Alright, so we are now gathering an army worthy of the Goblin King and worthy of Gandalf. Stable up next and going for the level 2 immediately. He doesn't want to waste time recruiting those Gunner Knights. He want to go for the elite units, the Rohirrim. ASAP. There comes a squad, Tower Guard, Soldier, into Archers. They will be creeping this one first. Should be no problem for the Tower Guards. The Wargs here though, however, they can trample. As you can see, the trample is dealing also a good amount of damage. But the problem is, you know, when you get trampled, as a Tower Guard, you deal lots of revenge damage. So, he has two groups of units. One coming from the bottom. They will be creeping, but they will be done very soon. And the other army is coming from the middle. We see like a small glow. There comes the human wood. But remember, the goblins with the 5 power points can actually cover this with the land. But he doesn't have. He has the power points now. Will he choose to cover this? The answer is yes. And there comes a cover. That means the human wood is completely gone. The tainted land will give them also additional armor. This one is making the enemy units weaker. So basically, you are stronger and enemy is weaker. Beautiful micro here coming from the young player from from Argentina. He's getting a beautiful trample off, and that's a big W. But there is another squad. Avi chooses to not commit with this army because there's only one Tower Guard protecting this, which might just simply not be enough. And Tower Guards, they won't make it home to tell them the story, what happened. They will actually be getting slaughtered. The soldier is going to try to deal economical damage, but I think that all it takes is one trample from the Spider Rider. And they are coming. He was able to see them. The cave beds is going to be gone very soon. We have almost 10 power points in the bank for Avi. It looks like he will skip the 5, which might lead him into the rallying call or into the heal. And he will go for the 10 power point instead. Again, beautiful defense, 650 command points versus 550. The man player is still leading. He was also, or he will be able to creep the troll there at the bottom left side of the map as well.
They cannot stop the goblins!
They cannot stop the goblins. But the Rohirrim are gonna be threatening, I think. I think they will be able to out-damage, you know? The Spider Riders. He's not that young. He's not young at all. How you know this, man? How you know this? So the Spiderlings are zooming. It looks like they are way faster compared to the Rohirrim. Alright, so let's see. More squad of goblins. The Spider Riders are also quite mobile. They can actually dodge this or avoid this Tower Guards all the time. The farm might be taken down. That means minus 50 command points. And I want to see this actually. I want to see Rohirrim against Spider Riders. Who's going to be able to win this? They are both elite, right? Because I mean, the Goblin player has to get the Spider Pit to level 2 to recruit those, and Man player has to get the Stable to level 2 to recruit those. The price though is a bit different, because they cost 600, and these units, they cost actually 750. So that's I would say a medium-sized price difference, which normally means that Spider Riders are going to lose. But beautiful micro from Ectelion one more time. Getting a beautiful trample off and avoiding those Tower Guards, but he has 0 pikemen. Oof. It's a big oof. The fissure is just building up. And remember, he needs to get it to level 2 before he can recruit the Marauders. So, that's gonna be a big problem. Because goblins, what can they do against Rohirrim? I mean, by the way, Avi, in the meantime, is creeping the whole map. I think he was getting every single creep so far on the map for Eisen. He was getting this one as well. Now, the only creep remaining is going to be the troll top right, and all the creeps so far are taken by the Turkish player Abi. Good positioning here, and there comes the Hobbit summon. Hobbits from the Shire coming with their sticks and stones, including the Shire gang, Frodo Baggins, but they are not very tanky against trample of the Spider Riders. Only the heroes are immune to this, and even the Rohirrim are shooting those Spider Riders non-stop. But Tower Guards are gone, or they were not in position. It means trample is going to be quite painful. However, one of them is deciding to run it down. And all the Spider Riders, besides the last battalion with the 1 unit, have been slain. But again, during all this time, he is so genuine that he can even leave the money on the ground as a donation to Ectelion, because he doesn't need it. The map control dominance is showing in the command points department. If 1,000 command points available for Avi. He has 12 power points after the Hobbit summon. and his opponent is dropping down to 600 command points. After this one is going to be taken down, he's going to drop to 500 command points only. Half-throw Marauders are tanky, but Ave is a player who is, you know, his eyes everywhere. He can do things simultaneously. There comes a Scavenger, might be a little bit too late. Maybe you needed some reinforcement summon. Tunnel is going down, again, minus 100 command points for the Goblin player. That's a big ouchie, that will hurt. And the last creep going to the Turkish player as well. Rangers have been recruited. The transition into the elite units has been made from the Rohirrim to the Rangers to the Tower Guards. And all Goblins can do is hope for a big throw like this, for example. You get 17 for each Rohirrim you slay from the Scavenger. And I think Scavenger is a very good power when you know the game is gonna last for a while. Especially when you're low on eco, it will make sure that you get to keep getting money even without tunnels, which is pretty decent. But again, when you have no army to kill army with, then it's not gonna be very good. But this army is gonna go down to the Spider Riders. You get, I mean, basically the money you get is, of course, depending on the money your opponent had to invest to recruit the army. For that reason, Rohirrim, they cost 750 each, so killing them is going to give you, of course, way more money than killing soldiers. Makes sense, right? What's up, Anegas? What's up, my friend? Welcome to the stream. 2003, and still the same quotes by Shanks. I want new. Yes, Smoky, Smoky, Smoky. What's up, man? How is life, Smoky? How is your life going on? Oh, you also get money actually for killing the... Okay. The Rangers actually did absolutely nothing here. I think they got killed in a second. Theoden King shall rise once more. The buildup might actually go down, kill him. I think you should just try to kill him. That's a big win, in my opinion, for the Goblins. Unexpected. Ooh, what a hit! What a hit! Dude, the troll with the blue paints on your face. He hit them while they were walking away. That's a big hit. And again, you get money, dude. You get money. You get to steal so much money. Heal will be used. Theoden is writing it down. He's gonna get to level 2. It will unlock the inspiring presence. So actually they named every leadership. Now every leadership has a name. But Theoden is just dying. Rally to me, he's saying. Rally to me. Nobody's rallying to you. And that's a 281 in the pocket. Okay? Big cash in for the Goblin player. He's cashing in. But is it gonna be enough though? Is it gonna be enough? Because this is like an eco power, but the abilities from Ave are like a reinforcement, so it's gonna be more like a combat strength, you know?
Come, Rangers, let us scout for Gondor.
Oh damn, Smoking, that's really, really bad to hear, my friend. Oh my, I don't think that there's a coming back from this situation, Gran Torino. I mean, look, that's a big lead, you know, and he's demolishing everything now. We might see a quit without calling a GG. Ave is just built different, you know what I mean? This guy is he's born to play BFME games. Trust me on that one, you know. Like in both games, BFME 2 and Rise of the Witch King, he's maintaining this dominance, this skill level of himself. He was able to win the World Championship in Rise of the Witch King last year too. I mean, basically last year, right? He was able to win against Sauron, against Smoky. And the same performance he's also able to show in BFME 2. Alright, so we have the blue Dwarven player Ectelion from Argentina, playing with Gimli, Dean, no Brento, but he can recruit also, of course, Gloin. So the 3 Goblin, not Goblin, I mean, they are also very small, the Dwarven heroes. On the other side, we have the red Mordor player, Ave, okay? The winner of the previous 2 games, showing his dominance. He was able to win the Goblins against Man matchup back and forth. So he was able to win as Goblins against Man and as Men against Goblins too. Which means it's not only about the matchup, it's also about the player. 2 slaughterhouses into the Orc Pit. And of course, you can also build the Taiwan if you want to, right? It will give you the option to recruit and start with the Corsairs of Umbar. But it looks like he doesn't want to do this. And you want to go for the Orc Pit, classical Orc spam. So Dunland layers, yeah, we have actually wiped one of Dunland layers on this map, as you can see. It's a Dunland map. And again, lots of great mappers making those maps. And I believe, like beside the map Forts of Eisen we have been seeing the last time, I guess almost every single 1v1 map has been made by people, not by EA Games. Can I kill them with my orcs? I don't know. I mean, you gotta try and find out. So the Guardians will be recruited. The Mineshaft. I mean, pretty much the same concept for the Dwarves. I think Dwarves are the one faction that has not been changed too much in Rise of the Witch King. Beside adding, of course, a few heroes like King Brand and also the Zealots for the Dwarven faction. The Siege Hammers you can also get from the barracks. But I mean the slow, like they are designed to be the slow faction, right? They can't move that fast. And also one of the major differences is that in order to recruit the battle wagons in BFME 2 1.09, you need to get your Forge Works to level 2. So there is a stone protecting this tower. Imagine you can actually kind of get in there, you know, from this location. So it will be hard for Abe to destroy this tower. We have inns, plenty of Dunland creeps, and also the Warg layers. There, and also there. The orcs are coming, but they've gotten a bit of a trample from the wargs, but it's not a big deal. Orc pit number 2, 3. Okay, so it's gonna be an orc spam. Again, I think you need to be reacting proactively in this game, right? You need to be there where you need to be before your opponent makes it to the location. Because one thing you need to understand about this game, the buildings are quite squishy. So when the orcs get too clumped to your mineshaft, it will go down. So this means you need to be body blocking the enemy units, so they can't make it to attack your mineshaft in the first place. Offensive mineshaft. Yeah, that's a new thing for the BFME 2. It's new. XP. It's the 1.09. It's a, I mean, of course, you need to understand that everything that has been made in the gaming of BFME games ever since EA Games abandoned, it is made by fans, you know. Or the builder is actually kind of body blocking a little bit. That's good. And also the fortress is shooting. Remember, the mineshaft is by far the tankiest resource building of the game. That's a statement we can't say about the slaughterhouses. They have like 1000 HP less, so taking down slaughterhouses is gonna be way easier. But you can see Abe playing smart. He's doing exactly what I was just saying a minute ago. He's body blocking. And for that reason, you need to micro a lot. So you need to waste time walking. Yes, he will lose one of the slaughterhouses, but when he wouldn't do this, he would lose way more than only one. And also the counter system is a bit more harsh. So basically, you can, you know, kill the Guardians with your Orc Archers way faster. A Swordman countering pikes way harder. A horse is countering Swordman way harder. So the countering is made way harder in this game. And also beautiful protection, lots of Orc Archers. And in the meantime, Icterion is trying to creep this. Beautiful. So this mineshaft is going to be eventually taken down by the Orcs level 3. They have the Bloodthirsty, but the fortress is still shooting. I like the fortress floors from the Dwarven faction. That looks pretty nice to me. It looks like an Erebor kind of thing, right? So the problem is, of course, the spam of the orcs. So basically, you have only one barracks and your opponent has 3 orc pits, and he will be always able to outspam you. And of course, quality is also very important in this game. But I think in order to use your quality, you need to build a mineshaft around this location and fight here. Because if you try to fight here, what will happen is, look at what will happen. He will be able to shoot you down. Whenever you come close to him, he can kite back. And because they are so much faster than your units, he can then do this again. He can stop, shoot, move, stop, shoot, move. Oh, no pikeman. Are you serious, man? Ooh, the Nazgul is gonna have a wet dream. Oh, he's gonna have the time of his life. But he's actually, what is he doing? He's like going like crazy. Doesn't want to go for a big trample. These Nazguls on horse are also so incredible fast, actually. And they get level 2 in no time. It will unlock the Dread Visage, which is a huge debuff, you know, making the enemy units really weak. Look at the orcs coming from every single location. The mineshaft finally going to be taken down. He has the power points for it if he wants to go for the rebuild, but it looks like he won't be doing this. And the mineshaft, which was built at the beginning of the game, has been taken down, and that's a big punishment. That's for being greedy and not recruiting any pikemen. Because you need to know that Mordor is capable of recruiting a Nazgul very early. They are very cheap. And he can recruit, I believe, not one, not two, but three of them.
Guardians at the ready.
Guardians at the ready. Also, this mineshaft is going to be taking down the Guardians. They won't be able to protect this in time. It again means minus 50 command points for the Dwarven player. That's going to drop him down to 500 command points. He has plenty of Guardians inside of the tunnel, but he has 0 tunnels that are close to the side of Mordor. And that's the playstyle you are looking for when you play with the Mordor faction against dwarves. Look, the slaughterhouse here has of course not enough protection, but it gives you vision control. It gives you the information what your opponent is up to, and the reaction time will be increased this time. And this is pretty much like a big counter to the playstyle of dwarves. Again, very slow, moving units, very slow. Eye will be disappearing very soon, 9 power points after the eye, and we have 10 power points. Now here's the chance to call on the hobbits, okay? So basically what he needs to be doing now, and that's something he gotta do fast. Gather an army of pikemen and guardians, support them with the battle wagon leadership, and sustain, summon your hobbits, and buff them all up with the rallying call, okay? And go for a big push and try to deal as much damage as you potentially can. The problem here for the Mordor is he has 0 Easterlings around this location. That means pretty much the same concept. No Easterlings mean the battle wagons can do whatever they want. But now the Nazguls, they gotta be careful because we have now some pikemen, 2 pikemen and bunch of guardians. Again, look, Avi knows where they are, so he has now the time to react to this play, right? He can kind of assemble all his army to the desired location, and he's gonna be ready to defend, okay? But actually he's moving through the middle and he wanna go for the push. Again, the battle wagon here is gonna be used for defense. Do we have the hobbit summon? Yes, we do have the hobbit summon, and Ave went for the barricade. So for the big tower, mineshaft is going down unfortunately, but it's fine. The Nazguls, 1 is gone. Yeah, you see, that's the thing about the hard counter system, right? So one mistake and arrivederci, the Nazgul has been slain. Alright, barricade has been used. Hobbits are not summoned just yet, okay? There comes the hobbit summon. You want to gather all together and buff all together. That's what you want to do, but he's gonna just buff the 2 guardians and the hobbits. The barricade, of course, doesn't stand a chance. It is tanky, but not tanky enough. It has been crushed into pieces. And the Nazgul, the pikeman is not in location, in position. This guy is level 2, by the way. He has now the Dread Visage. He's gonna debuff them, making them weaker, and also negate leadership bonuses, which means Rallying Call is gonna be completely negated as long as the Nazgul is nearby. We see fireworks happening from the hobbit heroes, the pikes, the only pike. If he goes down, Nazgul can do whatever he wants. We have plenty of archers and only 1 and 2 Easterlings to protect them against the battle wagon, and they are healing non-stop. And can they do this? The battle wagon, a big misplay coming in from Ectelion. Nice and patient gameplay is the key. But dude, this dude, man, holy. Fireworks, Meriadoc Brandybuck. Yes, he will be killed by the Nazgul, but he did his mission. He did his goal. I was expecting a bit more damage. At the end of the day, the only damage the Dwarven player was able to deal was to destroy the barricade and the orc pit. That's something Mordor can easily recover from. And look at the Nazgul. No pikeman. He doesn't need to be afraid of anything, okay? And he won't let them escape for free. And abuse their weakness of being slow, sloppy, and fat, okay? I don't want to body shame the dwarves, but they are fat creatures and they can't move. They have small legs too. Oh my goodness, man. That was the perfect opportunity. Potentially the only opportunity Ectelion will ever be able to find in the scheme. I believe Mordor is a very good skilling faction, and very soon he might be able to recruit a Fell Beast or even a Witch King, and then Haradrim archers later on, Trolls later on. This game won't get any easier for dwarves.
Come on now. Guardians at the ready.
I mean, look at the minimap, boys.
Axes, dwarves.
1,000, okay? 1,000 command points for a young Turkish player. He's like the Benjamin Button of BFME games, okay? He's the one who's able to stay 17 for 10 years. Nobody knows his exact age at this point because he's always 17. Oh, levels 5. Level 6 unlocks the Morgul Blade. Ooh. Perfect. This. Okay. The battle wagon is so slow. Oh boy. There are still some Easter links, but I think he was not able to see them. We have now Gloin, the guy, my man Gloin, just got level 4 out of nowhere. Okay, he got level 4 out of nowhere, and of course it's a big power spike for the Dwarven hero. The Shake Foundation is able to one-shot even a level 3 resource building. And now at this point we have 2, 3, 4 level 2 resource buildings. Each one of these is increasing his command points by 100, okay? So that's 400 command points lying around this location all alone. And if Gloin can destroy one of them, trust me, he can destroy more than one of them because he's very tanky and his attacks are hitting very hard against structures too. But the question is, will he be able to make it to this location with only one pikeman and one guardian? I have my doubts about that one. No battle wagon spot. He's trying his hard to attack, but I don't think this is going to do the trick. Barricade is going to be used for the second time. We have 16 power points for Avi. After the barricade, his opponent has only 8 because he went for the heal and also the rebuild from the spellbook. Otherwise, he would have 18. But Avi is going for the fast way, you know. 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 25. That's the fastest way of getting to reach the ultimate power point from your spellbook. And of course, it's gonna unlock the Rain of Fire, for example, for the Mordor faction, which might be just enough to, you know, one-shot everything. Dwarven Riches is gonna be unlocked. It's another 10 power point from the Spellbook of Dwarves. Again, that's good and right for now, but the longer the game goes on, the more that's gonna hurt you. Okay, Gloin is coming. I want you to keep attention, to keep an eye on Gloin, okay? So Shake Foundation is busted, okay? So basically no counterplay to this. You can't heal, you can't repair, you can't do anything. He will just walk to your building like this and bam, that's it. And it's a very cost-efficient hero, but the pikes are actually slaughtering him. If even the forged blades on those corsairs coming from the tavern, and that's a building you can also use to get upgrades from. So he went for the forged blades. He might also go for the heavy armor if he wants to. Gloin has been killed though. Heal has been used too. And now the question is, was it worth it? That's something you gotta ask yourself, you know? If you just walk to a slaughterhouse level 2, use your Shake Foundation, one-shot it, and then use heal but still die. Is it really worth it? Especially at this point of the game when he has even now 1000 command points. I don't think it's worth it. I mean, again, no pikemen. The Nazguls can play with him, no problem. Still a couple of creeps left on the map. Slaughterhouses all over the place. Literally 50% of the map completely red. Not a single blue dot on the minimap. All you see is a small battalion. And because of the slaughterhouses, look the vision Mordor player has. You see this? So he's able to see more than pretty much 60% of the map, okay? He's able to see everything. So whenever you come close to the slaughterhouses, he will be able to see you. That will negate your chances to ever reach this area unseen. There is no surprise attack potential anymore. That's not gonna be the case. Yeah, they actually melted him, Bender. You saw that? They actually melted Gloin hardcore. But hey, guys, okay? When you kill the dead, the sun will pop up, okay? And he will revenge his death. And in this case, I believe Gimli, I would say, hands down, the strongest 1v1 hero in the game. He has a crazy burst damage with the Slayer. The second he gets level 5, he's gonna be like a ring hero. Low-key, right? And he can legit jump on your face and get out with the Speedy Gonzalez movement speed he will get from the Slayer. I think he can legit one-shot those Nazguls too. But first of all, he gotta get level 3. Level 2, I mean. Oh, he's already level 3. Okay, he has the leap attack too. And he has even leadership in this game. He got crippled though. But is it smart to fight against him? When he's crippled, he can't leap. And there comes the army. When he can't leap, He's still crippled. Heal is on cooldown. He can't leave. He is crippled. Okay? Just stay there, Gimli. And you were right, boys. Holy moly. Those Corsairs with the Forged Blades are... oh, humiliating, actually, I want to say.